Also, can we move a little bit to this side? Because we're all like in, here. Maybe just a bit.
I know.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Julio. I am undocumented and unafraid. We are in California.
Hi, my name is Swedla, and I'm a dreamer, and I'm so excited.
Swedla and I are going to share with you some creative writing pieces that we wrote in the creative writing program at Educators for Fair Consideration. This is a program that I coordinate, and this summer we're going to be offering classes for undocumented folks all over the Bay Area. So if you're interested, you can visit our website, thingsillneversay.org, for more information. And here's Perla with this piece titled The Great Fires.
The Great Fires. It was always a thought, but no one ever did it. And then, Father started gathering logs and twigs, sparked a fire, and that fire grew large. The smoke going steady upward. I was safely away, but I could still see how wild this fire was. As wild as my father seemed that day, with sweat dripping from his dark long hair, his eyes swollen and sharp, keeping his gaze away from me as I desperately sought his. He was walking around tall and fearless, his arms at the ready, clenching and letting go, clenching and letting go, and so on. As he was pumping that very fire outward, kept inside for so long that no living thing could contain it. This was unusual for him, and all I could do was stare in alarm. He looked pretty pleased, dangerously pleased with himself as he stared at the flames. Then, with a surge of energy, he went to our house, the concrete room we had, and fetched the first cuadro he found. The first image of saints he found, and tossed it to burn into the flames, tossing his faith in confusing mine, freezing my stare. Why was he really doing this? The actions were clear, but my head could not accept what was there. Mother's saint portraits were so important to her, and now Father screamed in pain, calling out to God, asking why he had abandoned him. Why was he lost, defeated? Why couldn't he make it in the forsaken land of Mexico where he had worked so hard, keeping horses, keeping their struts steady since he was 6 years old? His son's the same, his father the same, and now things were not working. He could no longer keep things in place. And he asked himself why a day's work was no longer enough. Why was everything spiraling out of control? Why couldn't he stay calm and think? But the flames were raging. This went on for hours, tossing portrait after portrait after portrait of angels walking the good towards heaven while the wicked burned in hell. Some of God sitting at the top with angels crowning his feet, and others of the Virgen de Guadalupe and her child looking down at the world. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, Mary full of grace. There was nothing to be done but stare. No one interfered. He felt numb, afraid of moving, of losing hope. He could have burned them all, yet some remained. I remember Mother's Virgin Mary outside of the room's walls where we lived crammed, and how it survived this massacre. How important it was to guide us to El Norte. Mother was invoking her always, making the sign of the cross in front of my face, having me kiss her fingers intertwined, teaching me how it was to pray and say Amen. And the fire remained there, raging, the dark smoke climbing, steady upward. I'm unsure why he hurt so much, what triggered this pain, that it was enough for him to another day. Hope that did cling on to my mother and I. Like marrying her child, we kept it. And when the fire was put out, he lost it all. This is how my father played with fire and lost his soul. Thank you.